It was good news and bad news for Boeing as well. On the upside today, its orders outpaced cancellations for the 8th consecutive month. On the downside, deliveries of its Dreamliner remain halted as planes undergo quality checks. And that seems to be the crux of the investor battle on whether to invest in the stock or not. As Jim Cramer says, he remains faithful to Boeing, but the company needs to show a level of leadership it has lost. And while the stock is up in the past year, it's underperforming the market and is still 20% off its 52-week high. So what'll it take for this name to catch up? Shia Kaialu follows Boeing for Jefferies. She still has a buy on the stock with a $300 price target. Sheila, where are you?
Hey, Kelly, thank you so much. I'm actually at AUSA. It's the Army trade show, and I'm standing behind the Textron manufactured B-280, which is a big Army competition coming up in the spring of 2022. It's an $80 billion program, so it's one of the Army's top priorities for its future assault aircraft.
I thought it was more than just a work from home, background or something. Very, very cool. So tell me, maybe what would be the catalyst for Boeing stock to break out from here? Would it be Dreamliner news, or is it more COVID related? What do you think?
Sure. I think really Boeing has several catalysts from here. The first is total air traffic is 37% below 2019 levels. You don't see that in a lot of end markets. Second, the MAX. We're seeing the MAX cadence of deliveries improve to something like 14 a month to 18 a month, headed to 33 a month next year. Those are improving. China is a big catalyst to get it going. China is 20% of the backlog in deliveries for Boeing on the 737 MAX. And third, you hit the nail on the target, Kelly. The 787, the Dreamliner, is halted. It hasn't really delivered any since May. And that is really holding back the stock right now because we basically cut our delivery forecast from 50 787s delivered to 14 because of the current delivery halt and the issues the Dreamliner is seeing. But you're right. Actually, it hasn't resulted in cancellations just yet. We actually only saw one 787 canceled this month. And Boeing actually has 302 net orders ahead of Airbus at 133 year to date.
So the numbers in that sense are moving in the right direction. What about reputationally, especially as the stock seems to have, time and again, every couple of months, something new. And I can't tell whether it's almost like when there's car fires with a Tesla and everybody, freaks out. But then we always hear, well, there's a car fire with a regular car that every 10 seconds it's not reported on. Are these manufacturing issues for Boeing, you think, more problematic to the stock, kind of like when Chipotle had that raft of food poisoning, because they are just emblematic of a nervous market, or because they reveal that maybe the Boeing design process is more flawed than people had thought?
I think the MAX was grounded and has basically received re-entry into service in over 175 denominations with 195 total. The 787 is not grounded, so that's an important distinction. It's Boeing and the FAA deciding to do some rework on the fuselage that's holding back the delivery. So I think there's just increased scrutiny. And that's why overall in both aerospace and in defense, with this development program behind me, there's just a lot of scrutiny when it comes to aircraft programs. It takes years and years of development. And I think that's the focus on the 787. I think if the MAX had not existed, the 787 issue would not be as magnified.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.